Welcome back everyone. Today we are showcasing our new quality of life update that went public release this last weekend, as well as showing off some of the new features that came to beta. To kick things off, let's talk about the quality of life update, the free public release that went live last week. It's a mixture between hot fixes and just general things we came up with that we thought we didn't want to hold back at all and get into the public hands as quickly as possible. The delivery system in West Coast has been updated and upgraded. Now you'll be able to see a lot more delivery options as well as higher valued cargo. We are here at the Spearleaf Marine Logistics, and if you inspect the cargo here, you'll see that prices have changed quite a bit. Some delivery parcels are now extremely valuable, like this heavy industrial pallet. It weighs almost 2,000 pounds and going all the way up to quarry. It is just one, it's very expensive and well rewarding, but it does weigh a lot. To balance that out, we added higher quantity but less valuable cargo that weighs a bit less. So now if you're lucky and you want to do a long run with some heavy cargo, you can include that in your trailer pack, but hopefully this does increase West Coast delivery system without making it OP. And speaking of OP delivery systems, Italy has been reduced a little bit, not too much, nothing, we didn't nerf it to the ground, it's still plenty viable. Appreciate all the feedback from the last video when we talked about how we were making some changes. We read all the comments, took the valuable feedback, and made the necessary adjustments. Now at level 5, you should still be able to see some 6-figure runs, but only when you're doing extremely heavy cargo and longer routes. One other thing that we made adjustments in Italy is some of the AI pathing. There are some issues where they'd run into the airport building or get tangled up on roads. We made some improvements. There might be still some more areas that need improvements, but we want to go ahead and get that fix out. Now there were tons of other bug fixes improvements, and I want to read through the list as quickly as we can. Before we do that, I want to show off one of the new features that's actually in the beta. Typically, if you want a taxi, you go to your taxi menu here, pick which garage you want to go to. You'll notice the prices are greatly increased. This is to encourage the players to drive the location or use this new feature called Call a Taxi. Okay, so fun fact, taxiing doesn't work on the island currently. Apparently you can't use it on the island because the island is actually an object and the terrain is under the water, so our taxi kept spawning underwater. Because of that, we're going to go ahead and taxi to Chinatown and show off some of the other features that are in the quality of life public release update. One of the changes that were made is in regards to the dealerships and its loading time. I'm super excited for this. Tristan found a way to speed up the loading time by at least 90%. We just restarted the game and spawned in. We haven't looked at a dealership yet. And typically when you load in and open up the dealerships, it takes a long time to load. So let's see how long this takes. Shift tab, no editing on this part. Here we go, vehicle marketplace. Nearly instant. Maybe a second, maybe less than a second. The dealership has been kind of reworked, and thanks to Tristan's brilliance in his programming coding, the dealership now opens up way faster each time you close and open it, even on startup. The byproduct of this is a slightly longer load-in time at the beginning, maybe 3 to 4 or 5 seconds, but it's definitely worth it, so that way when you're playing, you can keep immersed when you're doing your vehicle shopping or selling. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and call a taxi and take a ride over to our Redwood Forest house. While we do so, we're going to read through the rest of the updates of the quality of life public release, and we'll go ahead and put that on screen so you can read along with us. And let's see if we can get through all this before the taxi gets us to our location. Go ahead and call it. And we should have a Pessima show up here shortly. You're not a Pessima. I'm not getting in your car. There it is. Just do a stop. We can walk up. Hop in. It'll prompt you to make a waypoint for your destination. We'll go ahead and place ours right here at the Redwood Forest. And it will take you to your destination. So let's get through these updates. We mentioned the improved loading time by 90% when opening vehicle marketplace. The mod will now force BeamMP off when enabling Overhaul. This prevents several conflicts that have caused a lot of issues. We added an Overhaul manager, which I will briefly pull up now. You go to main menu here, go to more. We now have this Overhaul manager, its own tile. Go to that, we have several settings we can toggle. First being map dev mode. What this does is this allows you to make changes to the map and save levels in your levels folder. Important disclaimer, if you are a map creator, you need to toggle this map dev mode on, else your levels folder will be dumped into your temp folder, so the mod doesn't conflict with anything that you have in there. Our number one bug that we receive is that the career mode just isn't working, things on the map are not showing up. 99 times out of 100 it is because there's something in that individual's levels folder, whether they meant to put something there or they accidentally opened up the level world editor years ago and it's clogging it. Regardless, that's the number one issue that we run into, and so this kind of circumvents that. If you want to run the no police mode, meaning there are no AI police around, you can go ahead and toggle no police mode. And then no parked mode, you can have no parked vehicles if you are struggling on frames. Remove the need to turn off start free roam with traffic setting. That used to be a bug as well. If you had that setting turned on, for some reason traffic would not spawn or police would not spawn. Several bugs were fixed, including fix the need to press multiple times to open up the phone. Sometimes you have to double click or even triple click to open the phone or close the phone. That has now been fixed. Fix damage staying after repairing. Fix getting paid for FREs when watching a replay, which is quite funny if you think about it. Fix no stats showing on vehicle marketplace. Fix sold vehicles counting toward total dealership stock. Fix $0 taxi missions. Change taxi time monitoring to simulation time rather than real. Fix selling garages on hardcore. Fix being able to sell vehicles while being rented. Fix vehicle switching for taxi not clearing stats. And added expired tag to phone marketplace. There are several balance changes, a few of them we already discussed, but we increased the cost of quick traveling and added policy toads being used for retrieve favorite vehicle. And for those of you that are working on maps that support career mode, we added some more support. We added the ability to add custom images for map switchers, auto showing marker if trigger named switch maps, and added an easy way to add a custom profile preview in the menu. Now that is everything added to the quality of life public release. Everything you've seen so far is now out and free other than this taxi ride. In fact, we can even change camera views. It's like we can't be in the side seat, but we'll go on the cinematic cam. Now we can just sit back and enjoy the ride. All right, we have arrived. Go ahead and hop out. And then our taxi drives off. Super seamless, love it. Definitely going to use that when I want to just eat something and stay in the game. So let's talk about everything that has just come to beta. First off, we enabled an experimental part shopping for damaged vehicles. So this is something that we're still working on, where you can replace your damaged parts part by part with new parts. I won't showcase it in this video, but definitely give it a try. Definitely an experimental situation though, as your vehicle is liable to blow up at times. Something else new to the betas is a new type of car meet. So you go to your computer and go to your car meet section. You can see that this car meet specifically is a street cruise type that is going to the lighthouse. We'll do a medium attendance and RSVP. It's going to be at 10 a.m. So we will need to go ahead and enable time of day, day-night cycle. Try to get close to 10 a.m. Make up at 9 for the car meet and go ahead and hop in our ETK 900. If you missed it, this was our 900 we took to a multiplayer challenge with Shift Tab. Engine's starting to want to stall a little bit. I think we will end up selling this car. It's quick, but it's quick, it's fun, it's luxurious, but I want to make some room for some other vehicles. Looks like the car meet is starting at the lighthouse, so we'll go ahead and head over there. Looks like we had some last minute spawning of the vehicles. Looks like we have several race cars here. We'll go ahead and park in our designated spot. Reputation increased by 8%. Very nice. Cruisers respect your ride. It says ready to cruise. We'll see a new waypoint come up on the map, and everyone will start cruising that direction. Being that this is a street cruise, you can now cruise around as a little car pack, which I think is one of the most fun things to do in real life. Looks like we're just staying on the island, just going to the other side. Kind of a small cruise, but what can you expect? These race car drivers not wanting the apex to turn, that's fine. And there we go, we got bonus reputation because we completed the cruise with the group. And we had an incident. Up and another incident. Cruise complete, drive safe. Okay. I think we're gonna part ways now. They should now take off and go do their own thing. However, this being the island and an object, that might be interfering with it. Let's go ahead and head back because we have one more feature to talk about. Alright, now that we found a safe place to pull over, the new feature is we've added some more taxi, we'll call them taxi customers to the taxi missions. So you start your taxi missions just like you normally do, open up the phone and hit start driving. So with taxi missions, we've added a G-force monitoring system that will kind of monitor your driving while you're doing your taxi missions. Here we got a business customer, looks like just one individual wants 700 a kilometer, go and accept that. While we drive over there, let me read off the type of customers that you can find. Types of passengers include luxury passengers, which prefer a more expensive vehicle with a normal seat count, about 5 or less. A business passenger, which prefers mid-value vehicles and anything less than 10 seats in a comfortable ride. Tourists prefer anything over a 0.5 value, aka a not junk car, and at least 5 seats in a smooth and slow ride. And party customers prefer a high-value bus, about 15 plus seats or more, and a slow ride with little movement. And lastly, you still have the standard customers, there's no change to them. So now, depending on the type of customer, you will have to drive a specific way, typically a smoother, more comfortable way, just like most taxis try to do. And as a reminder, this is all for beta members of the Patreon bronze level, which is $5 US a month. We really appreciate the current Patreon members for sticking around and hanging in there while we took a bit longer to get this update out. We wanted to make sure some things were right, and we had a lot of curveballs come our way. We'll talk more about those in a future update real soon. If you want more details on the betas and updates, check out the Discord, check out the GitHub, and check out the new wiki we have as well on the GitHub. Here we are with our delivery complete. You can open up our phone to see how much we made, and this one we actually lost money. Tristan did tell me this is a bug, it will be fixed very soon. You shouldn't go into negative money, but apparently I did not do very good. But with that, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this different kind of content where we kind of do a video about the new update instead of a live stream. Let me know which one you prefer in the comment section below. But that's going to do it for now. Thanks so much for watching, and see you next time. Now that we got the car meet cruises working and the AI able to drive to a certain location, does that mean we're ready to implement street?
Isn't it lovely? I ain't looking back and focus on what's in front of me. Everybody days a number, but I'm still here luckily. I know that God got me, so I'm in good company. So take it from me, I got some places I should take you to see. You know it's easy when you ride with a G. Light speed, moving fast through the city, trying to find me some peace. I found